Thank you, conference. I very much appreciate that. After the general election, there were many who had a feeling of great disappointment. 4 million votes and only one MP. What's more, a possible loss of our leader, and due to the Herculean efforts that we all put into the general election, there was a genuine feeling of fatigue that allowed many of us to fear, and many of us to even question, how can we win the referendum against the odds stacked against us? I must say, however, that I did not feel any of this whatsoever. In fact, as far as I was concerned, we had won the election. Not only had we forced the Tories into giving us a referendum on our EU membership, something that we had been fighting for over 20 years, but in Wales, we had stood in all 40 seats, coming second in 6 of them. We had retained every single deposit and averaged 14% of the vote. Now, for a party that's just 20 years old, we cemented our position as the 3rd party in Wales. For years now, Plaid Cymru has styled itself as the party of Wales. The media and pretty much the whole of Wales has perceived that to be their position: unassailable, undisputable and unstoppable. But you know what? For the second time in 2 years, the self-labelled Party of Wales, Plaid Cymru, was beaten by UKIP in a national vote. Plaid lost 8 deposits. And the Liberal Democrats lost 26. Who said there isn't justice in the world? Under PR, we would right now have 4 Welsh MPs. We did something else that was amazing. We actually got more votes than we did in the European elections. We increased our vote, and despite the fact that many Tories returned to the Conservative Party out of fear of a Labour-SNP pact, we drew votes for the first time from first-time voters, people who had given up voting altogether, but increasingly we took the votes from Labour. UKIP is the new party of the working class in Wales. We absolutely are. Something that we've been saying for a very long time. Labour no longer speaks for the vast majority of the people who live in Wales, and they are waking up to the fact. Crucially, in next year's Welsh Assembly elections, 20 out of the 60 seats that are available will be under proportional representation. What does this mean for UKIP? Well, if we maintain the vote that we now received in 2 elections in a row, then UKIP will absolutely get Assembly members elected to the Welsh Assembly. How many? The golden question. Opinion poll after opinion poll has put us well above 5. Do not forget that we have not even selected our candidates yet, let alone started our campaign. So it is, of course, early days, but I am confident that we will have a team of AMs in Cardiff Bay whose job it will be, thank you, whose job it will be to break up the cosy consensus that has failed the people of Wales so miserably for the last 15 years. How have we got to where we are, and how will we do this? We are a far cry from where we were 5 years ago. We have a single focus within UKIP Wales of strengthening the branches, focusing on our core message and being consistent. We have worked hard to make sure that we are not a party of just one person, but instead we have allowed and pushed for candidates and potential candidates to get media exposure, vital experience, and of course a great way to build people up. I am a firm believer that unity of effort is more powerful than the division of labour. We are united in our fight to shake the cosy consensus politics of the Cardiff Bay bubble. It is not our intention to get individuals elected to the Assembly. We are going to get a team elected. It will not be easy, and we cannot rest on the laurels of our past elections. But the prize for UKIP is one that is worth sacrificing and struggling for. With the right team, we can show the people of Wales and the rest of Britain what elected members of a national legislature can do. Just think of how we have affected policies and politics and the political agenda in Westminster, mainly without any MPs at all, and now we've just one. Imagine what we can do with a dedicated team in Cardiff Bay. This is our springboard for future elections in Wales. If we get it right, it will open up the serious possibility of success in 2020 for Wales and the rest of the nation. All eyes will be on us. Every single day, our AMs will be in the media, offering the other side of the arguments. Our successes will be your successes. I have long predicted that Wales will be one of the strongest regions for UKIP in the United Kingdom. Well, next May we'll see that come to fruition. We will not make silly predictions, but if we get this right, if we get the support of the whole party and with the added momentum from the Say No referendum tour, we could become the official opposition in the Welsh Assembly next year. Come and join us and be part of history. When our big breakthrough happens, be able to tell your grandchildren that I was there. Thank you, conference.